I was a kid, I was basically a yes man to everybody that told me to do something. If they said, "Oh yeah, actually we should go to this location instead of the location you talked about. It's actually way better." I would be like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." Mainly because I would be like this. I was a pretty scrawny, small kid, and I'd be scared of other people. So every time they said that their opinion was, they wouldn't directly say this, but every time they would say that their opinion was better than my opinion, I would just be like, yeah, that must be correct. Their opinion must be better. And so I would just listen to them and go do whatever they wanted to do. Even if the opinion I had and what I wanted to do was completely okay. It was what I was planning to do in the first place. But no, I changed it up because they wanted something different. And speaking on that point, if I had any opinion about any other topic and I stood by that opinion, I think that opinion was correct. Anytime someone would tell me, like, oh yeah, that opinion is wrong, I would change up immediately. I'd be like, oh yeah, you're right, you're right. I was this guy who just said yes to everything, right? I was a yes man to absolutely everyone. I wasn't able to say no to anything. Even in the tiniest things where someone would do something to me. So, for example, like they would invite me over to a place I didn't even want to come. I don't want to go, but I didn't have the option to say no. I just didn't want to say no. Like I physically in my body couldn't utter the words no or type out the words no. Like this is not right or I don't like it. Or if someone's like doing me dirty, I can't just be like, yo, this is wrong. This is not what you're supposed to be doing. And in that opposite sense, I would just simply just say yes, okay, fine, whatever, and I would either let it happen or just pretend that I'm on board with it. This caused a lot of problems for me because I would be this person who never had a base. I would never have a ground that I could walk on. I'd simply walked on everyone else's ground. If someone said something was correct, it must be correct. I could never stay with my words. I was never a man of my words. I never believed what I said because of these reasons. Like I would believe something is true, and because someone else said something is actually better than what I thought of, I would simply just like switch on to their belief. The only thing that's standing between you and something similar happening, it's this neat little thing called self-respect. Self-respect is simply treating yourself like someone you don't want to disappoint. It means knowing that you will check yourself harder than other people. You know the idea of respect. You respect probably your parents. You respect those friends who are working hard. You respect these like role models you might have that have gotten the thing that you wanted to get, got the beliefs that they want, that you also want to adapt to. You respect these people. Why? Because they put in the work and they respect themselves. So you kind of fear them. You wouldn't talk back to someone you feared. You wouldn't talk back or insult someone you respected. And even if you don't like that person emotionally, you can't deny that you respect them. There is a little bit of like formal respect that you've gained for that person. You need to gain that for yourself. There's this notion that like, oh, self-worth and everything is like standing up for yourself. It's true, but self-worth comes from self-respect. For you to be able to put value on yourself, it's coming from putting respect on yourself. Think of someone strong in your life. It might be your mom, it might be your dad, it might be someone you know, some friend you have. And think of them if when you respect them, right? Like it's someone you respect. A lot of times you might not like them, you might not talk to them a lot, but there's this innate feeling you have that, okay, I respect this guy because there's some level of fear, there's some level of like understanding that this person is valuable, this person is important to me and to others, and that is called respect. To be able to get that for yourself, you need to do things that makes you respect yourself. It's very simple, and we'll get into how you can do that. But before we get into that, I'm glad that you're watching this far. It's already 4 minutes in. I'm glad you're watching this far. A lot of people might have clicked off already. People don't watch these kind of videos. So if you're watching this kind of video, I respect you. Thank you for watching this video. And I promise by the end of it, you'll understand what is self-respect, how you can get it, and easy ways to just do it every single day so that you can simply just adapt self-respect into your life. I'm going to give you an example, right? So imagine you are a person who doesn't smoke or drink, right? You have this value that I don't smoke or drink. Now, let's say you go out for a hangout. You're going out, you're walking with your friends, and these people smoke or drink. Or you find some strangers who, hey, you want to smoke or hey, want to vape or something. And you know deep down that you don't vape. You know deep down that you don't smoke, you don't do any of this stuff. Now, if you say, sure, fine, give me the vape, give me the smoke, because you want to fit in, you like them, you think they're being nice, all these millions of reasons that you'll give yourself, Let's just say you said yes. How do you feel right after you did that? Just imagine you put yourself through that scenario. You would feel pretty shit. Why? Well, answer this question. Like, if you ask why to a lot of things, you'll figure out an easy explanation. If you ask yourself why you feel like that, you'll simply say, oh, because I had the value, I believed in myself, I had the opinion that smoking is bad, vaping is bad, I don't vape, I don't smoke. But then now, just from that one activity, I've simply just negated all of that, and now I'm vaping, I'm smoking, or I did that one puff or whatever. You don't respect yourself because you stood by a certain word, you stood by your own word, and then through one action, you broke your own word. This does not involve anyone else. This does not involve someone disrespecting you. This does not involve someone giving you value. This is simply you saying that you're going to do one thing and then immediately doing the opposite. Now, you might not even lose respect for yourself, but you're not gaining any respect for yourself either. These type of actions make you lose respect for yourself. Why? Because imagine this was someone else. Simply just imagine this was me. And let's say you're watching this video and I'm talking about, oh yeah, I don't smoke, I don't vape. And then one day you see me walk up to a guy and then we share a smoke, or we share a cigarette, or we share a vape. You know all this time as my friend that, okay, this guy Kaushi, he said that he doesn't vape, he doesn't smoke. And I just see him vape. I respected him a lot because not vaping, not smoking in this generation is something very difficult. But now he's just broken his own word and he started vaping and smoking. What is that about? And so you lose respect for me because I'm all talk about not vaping and smoking, but then I just broke my word. And you lose respect for me. That exact same thing happens to you when you do stuff like that. Now, how do we gain respect for ourselves? How do we gain self-respect? Like, okay, Kaushi, I get it, I'm losing self-respect. How do you gain it? It's doing the complete opposite, but with the same starting action. You say you're gonna do one thing, or you believe in your heart that you're going to do one thing, no need to be said. And then you go ahead and you do that thing and you surprise yourself. Surprising yourself is very important, but main point is you go and say you're doing one thing and then you go and do that exact thing and more. An easy way to do this every single day is simply just set a very, very, very tiny goal, right? We're not trying to like up the ante super high. Just set a really, really, really tiny goal and then just go ahead and do it. Even if it's the tiniest thing. I'll give you a simple example. The trash in your kitchen, the trash in your room right now, like the trash bag, the dustbin. Just say that, okay, I'm gonna go and do it in 10 minutes, or I'm gonna go do it right now, right? Think of that in your head and think, okay, that's pretty difficult because I haven't done it in a while, so I'm gonna go do it. And then when you go and do it in those time frames that you've set, specifically in those time frames, or you believe the word you said, and you go and do it, you respect yourself just a tiny bit. You get a little bit of XP in that respect skill. Imagine there's a video game, right? You know how there's XP in video games? You get the tiniest amount of XP in the respect skill, self-respect skill. Now you're thinking, wait, this was only a little bit. But how do you level up in a video game? You keep doing the same thing that gives you the XP, even if it's small. You keep killing the same enemy. So go and do tiny different things that give you respect. And then slowly but surely, you can increase the magnitude of the thing you're doing so that you can get more XP out of it. I'll give a simple example. You take the trash out, boom, and then you think, okay, I'm gonna clean my bed, right? Not my room, my bed. And then you go ahead and you fold up the sheets, you put it all neat and nice, you make it tucked and everything, you put the new pillowcase, whatever, and you clean up your bed. That was slightly harder than the trash. So you gain, instead of 1 XP, 5 XP, because even though it was an easy task compared to everything else, it still took a little bit of friction. It still took you a little bit of pushing past your comfort zone to go and do it. And so you start building the self-respect for yourself like this. And then as you get into the habit of doing this for tiny different things, like just every time you look at something that isn't in its place, just think, okay, I'm gonna go and fix it. This is what I do, right? Like, for example, before I go to bed, if I see that there's a bunch of shit on my table, like let's say I ate food and there's like plastic covers or whatever, and there's trash in the trash bin, I do my best to think, okay, I'm not gonna sleep until I go and do this. And this is this strings out to multiple good things, not just self-respect. It strings out to you waking up to a clean bedroom. It strings up to you having a clean table where you can put your laptop, your books, your paintings, or whatever, so that you don't have to do it again. There's a lot of good stuff that comes from this, but the main thing we're looking for is that self-respect. Now, how does this help you be able to say no to people, right? I said that self-respect is important, right? It's because when you do stuff like this, eventually you're gonna become a higher tier person. You're gonna become a more stronger person, above the norm. And it's gonna happen very quickly and you're gonna notice it. simply just think like, okay, the more you do, the harder that thing is, the more self-respect you're gonna gain. And by nature of that, you're going to be able to say no to other people easier because you fear yourself. That is a very, very important point I'm trying to make here. Listen carefully, because think about it like this, right? Let's say you've upped your skill, you've leveled up multiple times in the skill of self-respect, and you go ahead and you do something really big. Let's say you've built in your personality that I hate vaping, I hate smoking, like it's one thing that I absolutely hate, right? And now, when someone asks you to give the vape or smoke, you're gonna say no. Very easily. You're like, I don't vape, I don't smoke, I don't drink, whatever, right? You're gonna be able to say no. And you'll notice the amount of respect you have. It's a feeling I can't describe with English, but once you get into that position, you're going to feel that respect. It's like a fire inside you build up when you say no, right? For example, let's say someone asks you like, hey, you want to go out to a party tonight? And you believe that, okay, sleep is important, I don't go to parties, I don't drink, I don't get all this dopamine from this random stuff, and I don't know half the people, I only know you. Why am I only coming for you? Like, I know you're my friend, but you're talking to a bunch of strangers. I don't want to do this. I have an exam tomorrow. I got class tomorrow. I'm not going to be doing this. You think that in yourself, in your mind. Now, if you didn't have self-respect, you'd be like, oh, but then I need their validation. I need to go to the party because it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I can drink, I can smoke, whatever, and no one's going to know. It's going to be fun. I can listen to music I want. Yeah. No respect, because you believed that I don't want this, but then you went ahead and did it. Now, if you built that self-respect, you've cleaned up your room multiple times, you think, okay, I have pushed myself past other people's limits. I can say no to this normie ass thing. So when someone asks you, hey, you want to go to this party? It'll be fun. Trust me, it'll be fun. You'll be like, no, fuck no. Like, I don't want to go there. Like, I want to stay home. I want to work hard. I've done too much to just like do that. Because I know the second I go to that party, with the stuff I've done, with the amount of things I've leveled up, with the stuff I've done, after the party's done, I might have fun, but after the party's done, my brain is going to be judging me. I'm going to have to sit there with my own thoughts and think, after all that you've done, after all that you've worked hard to like not do all this, right? You've worked hard, you've cleaned your room so many times, you've studied really hard, you've pushed yourself past your limits in the gym and in studying and grades. And after all this, and after all the words you've said, you still went to that party. That's what your brain's telling you. And that's the worst pain someone can have. It's regret. So the more you build that self-respect outside of that dopamine life, the easier it is to be able to say no. Now, obviously, if you're at like a wedding or something, it's your own wedding, obviously like you can like let go for a little bit because you're trying to have fun, but you're doing it deliberately. A lot of people just have fun, like not deliberately. I hope that made sense. Like they just have fun because everyone's having fun and think, oh yeah, I should have fun, and they think that that's right. And this is the best way to be able to say no to people. I know the title says how to be able to say no to people, but it's also being able to say no to random things, right? Like if someone says like, hey, can you like go and do this errand for me, right? And you don't know this person and you think that errand is way below you and you don't even care about this person much to do it, you're just gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Get someone else to do it. Imagine you ask me like, hey, can you go and like grab like 10 things from the grocery store for me? And I don't know you much. You're just like a friend, right? You're just like a friend. I don't talk to you that much. Sure, we established some friendship, but then I'm like, I don't know you that much. I'm not gonna go do all of that. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it. No need to be rude about it. I'm just gonna be like, no, sorry, I have other things to do. Yeah, call someone to do it or order it. Being able to say no like that creates so much happiness in your body because you finally have some control over your life. For people who had like self-respect in their younger age, that's different. But finally, you're grabbing the wheel. You're thinking, oh yeah, I have control over this. And by no means do you have to be a dick about it. You don't have to be like annoying and like rude to people. It's simply just setting some boundaries. This is very important because the older you get, the more people are gonna like poke you and test you, right? Maybe like future friendships, future relationships, future work relationships, like your managers, your colleagues, are gonna poke you. They're gonna keep poking you. And you're gonna have to send these like boundaries right in front of you to stop that poking from happening. And this is just being able to respect yourself, having self-worth, right? You get the self-value from the self-respect. You set these boundaries so that when, let's say, a coworker says, hey, can you go finish like this work for me? You're like, who is this guy? Like, I'm doing my work. I'm doing the stuff I want to do. Who are you, bro? Why are you asking me to do your shit? Right? They're not even your friend. They're just a coworker. So you just be like, no, sorry. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm really busy. If you were a lower person, you'd be like, yeah, actually, I'll do it. Because you're scared of what the coworker might think, what the coworker will tell the manager. Like, they're not gonna do shit, right? If you say no, they're gonna fear you because you're standing your ground, you're staying in your position, you're gonna hold your post and be like, nah, I'm not moving from here. You finally have some control over your life. And that's how I've been building self-respect. And I'm honestly, my life feels so much happier. I feel like I'm on cloud nine 24/7 because I finally have my own like legs walking for me. I don't have my hands doing shit for me. I do shit with them, right? Like I make stuff happen. I don't listen to other people and just be like, oh yeah, because they told me it's right, I must do it. Like what the hell, bro? Anyway, I don't want to keep ranting. I hope this video helps you. If it did, like the video. If you didn't like it, dislike it. I don't mind. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more videos like this. It just tells me that like, oh, someone like this, so I can make more. You understand how it feels. And thank you. I'm grateful for you because you watched this far, and you're on my mind. Don't worry. If you watch this far, just know that I'm thinking about you. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I have more videos just like this one, so you can just click my face down there and you can like see different videos that I made. They're all just thumbnails of my face. But yeah, I hope you have a great day, and bye-bye.